We have a training session from OVISION system. We will be talking about biometric systems. I am Mikhail Kozlov, General Director and co-owner of the OVISION company, and my colleague, which is here together with me, Oleg Novikov. He is technical director and co-owner of the OVISION company. And we would like to have not a monologue for 30 minutes, but we would like you to make questions. And we will have an interactive session. First of all, we want to understand, to ask you to raise hands, those who are using the cards, access cards in your office, for example. And who is using bank cards, paying for your products, what you buy, for your goods, for shopping? And what about the keys when you go home to your apartment? Well, I believe everyone of the audience. So what we do, we introduce the face identification, and this allows us to get rid of all these approaches. So we we're a full cycle company, and we develop all kinds of solutions and implementation from Moscow to Vladivostok. We have quite a lot of solutions and quite a lot of products. We have development office in Moscow and a back office, and in the city of Tula we have a production plant. Here you see on the screen the logos of different companies, our partner companies. Everything skyrocketed during the pandemic of COVID, when it was necessary to measure temperature remotely. We are a full cycle company, from development to introduction and service support. The second advantage that we have, this is a unique approach. We have the combination of the hardware and software. This allows us to control completely our products and to respond to all requests of our customers. And in the end, at the end I'd like to show you our product line. This is access control system, V-Gate. I believe that you saw it here in this Congress hall. And also we develop many other solutions, and I think Oleg will tell you more about it. And finally, I would like to tell you that as any other company, we have a mission, and we believe that in the future, and partially already now, the passengers will go to the underground and the students will go to the university using this technology. So our mission is to make this future as close as possible and to understand the value of this. Now I would like to give the floor to Oleg, and he will give you more details. Good afternoon once again. I am in charge of the technical part of our company. Let us go through it. We have a company that has three key departments. This is the algorithm development. This is a whole team of mathematicians who develop algorithms of face identification. The second department is the software development related to the algorithms and the devices. And the third department is the hardware department, where we prepare the chips and the devices. If we talk about the AI/ML department, we actually teach the machines to understand Face ID and etc. and we provide complete vertical integration. We have our own designs and developments in our company. As to the algorithms, we have worked with many companies to launch, and many banks actually, many big institutions to launch Face ID technology. Also, it's worth mentioning that we develop not only algorithms and pipelines, but also we optimize these algorithms. Few companies talk about this, but as a matter of fact, at big fairs, it's worth talking. It's a very difficult task because you've created an algorithm and then you have different hardware for the payment, for the face identification, etc. But when you have good algorithm, it is necessary to upload these algorithms into the hardware. And this is another technical task, and we are working on it. It can be very complicated, but very few can do this. We are a unique company in Russia that can indeed put algorithms into hardware. Now, talking about the pipelines, how does it work? How it works actually in machine learning, in biometric models, etc. Globally, we can divide it into two paradigms. The learning of algorithms or teaching of algorithms, and the second is when the algorithm itself is already in operation in a certain device. How the machine learning pipeline looks like. The main source for this machine learning is the data. We need a big volume of data, then this data is filtered and cleared. So the point is that if you say that one man is another man and the algorithm is confused, then it will be difficult for it to learn. Then the data are divided into two sets. One is for learning and the second for testing. When the architecture is selected, it can be for a heavy network or a lighter network. Then you make testing. You carry out hundreds of tests, etc. Have you tested your system when it is a random stage? The question is without microphone. The question is done without microphone, no translation is available. I will answer to your question on with later slides. Okay. After that, we carry out quite a big number of experiments, and mathematicians are selecting and testing the hypothesis. Then we select the algorithm itself, and we send it already to the market. Let me first tell you how the face recognition algorithm functions. Imagine that there is a device, and in front of it is a man. So the algorithm should select a face, or maybe the algorithm should select one face from several ones, and then it should select the angle. If, for example, a person has his head turned. We teach algorithms to do this, and already in operations we do this so that the algorithm can turn the head virtually. Then the algorithm should check if a person is real, And I want to say that we are the most competent company in this, in anti-spoofing and then face recognition as well. So we are talking about the Russian market, and so we check if this person is real or not, and then we pass to another stage, face processing. We take the features vector, and in the mathematical environment it is compared with other vectors. And we see a question here from the audience. No translation is available. The speaker does not use microphone.
Да, вот я именно на живое лицо наносит.
Yes, indeed. We are talking that about the fact when a mark is put on a real face. You mean, is it possible to cheat the system using a mask or something else? No translation is available for the comments because it is done without microphone. Let me explain why it is not possible. In our case, we as a company can do this because we are a developer and we can select certain errors or defects or parameters that can influence this. As a matter of fact, they don't have an algorithm of face recognition. There are some rumors that, for example, there are some sweaters or something else, and the devices react very poorly at this prints on the sweaters, etc. Oleg, we're talking about a physical attack. So without taking these parameters, you will not be able to test it. And you will do nothing with the vectors? As a matter of fact, you need the algorithm itself, not a vector. A vector doesn't have any sense without the algorithm. Our algorithms are available on VBase. So the idea is that if the state-owned database system EBS is hacked and all the vectors will be stolen, then indeed this will be the case. But as a matter of fact, it is protected very strongly. And we are suffering from this because there are many specialists on information security in our company, and only to get connected to the state information system, you have to buy quite a number of software for something like 27 million rubles. We are not writing regulations, and we have to adapt to new realities. If it were at our own will, we would remain with the existing approaches. As a matter of fact, we don't know who gets access with the help of our system. So this is how the everything was decided. Now, if we talk about liveness attack, what kind of attacks we can face? For example, if somebody with the phone or with a photo is trying to violate the system, to hack it. No translation is available because the comment is made without the microphone. Yes, let me try to answer your question. Maybe you are right from the point of view that the people are not trying to hack it all the time. The more the technology is growing, the more people will be, the more criminals would be willing to hack it. We are going to face new attacks, we are going to learn how to counteract it, and we are going to learn how to reject them. I believe this is how it happens. In our case, we use 2 factors or 3 factors. And in some cases, we leave 2 factors. And in some organizations, we have 2-factor identification. So we're talking about one of the factors. We, as a company that developed this technology, we promote that our factor is the best one. But we never make our customer believe in this. We have different business centers, hundreds throughout the country, and from 50 to 80% of the persons use the biometric approach, and the remaining 20% use the cards or the keys. For example, here in the Congress Hall, we are using this biometric approach, and we can say that here at the Congress Hall, the biometric access is a dominating one among the visitors of this fair. And how many cases are when it doesn't work? Well, it can happen that the photo submitted at the registration is not very good one, or maybe other things, and we have some statistics when our system fails. And this is not a secret, you can look it up. Do you have the figures of the access to different facilities? The main point is in the registration photography. The issues can appear, well, for example, some 5 years ago, 10,000 persons was a problem. Then later, 50,000 persons became a problem. Now 1 million is not a problem. And I remember that there has been a problem when there were 2 twin brothers, one in Sochi and the second in St. Petersburg, and one tried to make the payment with his face, but the money was written off from the account of the second brother living in St. Petersburg. Have I answered your question? I believe that we answered it partially. Now, as to the so-called liveness algorithm, this can be active or passive. Active one is when we make a person to get closer to the device or to smile. And the active liveness is safer and more secure. But the passive liveness is more comfortable. So a person just come to the control post and just looks into the camera, and that's enough. Also, we can mention two types of liveness. One is an hardware one, or the device one, and this is the case when there are two cameras and there is special lighting, similar to the iPhone system, but not exactly the same. And the second is the 3D cameras, but I believe that this is already an outdated approach. Why should we use it? And if we talk about the so-called program liveness, a simple camera is taken, and it can be used in different systems, and it can be that it is done through RPK. And maybe you've seen this square device, and this is here the passive liveness works. I cannot say that this is the most reliable one, but it is difficult to hack it, and it works up to 5,000. We'll have launched face payment with VTB and other banks, and it works properly. Now a few words about our hardware. What we do in our hardware department, we create our own devices, and this year we are launching a new O-module device. This device is dedicated to work with the computer vision systems. We designed different aspects, and this includes different kinds of recognition. This is for cars, for faces, etc. On the basis of this chip, we can do quite a lot. This is a printed electronic platform, and quite a lot of things can be done. In the first quarter of this year, we have launched the first device on the basis of O-module. This new device is called O-Gate Mini. This is a small device, the cheapest one among the Russian devices, and it will be quite competing against the Chinese devices. So we can provide all crypto protection with the help. We can provide all crypto protection with the help of this device. This is how it looks like, and it can be installed near the door. It has all kind of activities, and this is kind of smartphone. Oleg, there is a question from the audience. No translation is available. The question is without microphone. Well, let me answer your question. We work now within B2B market with different companies, and this is a huge work, not only to sell our solutions, but also to work with the impressions and with perception of people. The more it exists, and this is in metro, in business centers, and in commercial centers. I believe that this is not the near future, because the trust is not very high. But the more we work and the more technology is introduced, maybe in first segment it will be available, maybe only in housing, for example, in the cases when there is a concierge, receptionist and special gates, then it will be it will have more trust from the inhabitants. Yes, it should go step by step. At present, it is mostly dedicated to B2B. In some cases, at some facilities, there are about 600 units installed at different doors. So this is the first unit, the first device that is available for the installation in business centers. You go, imagine that you are going to your office, and instead of applying a card, you will be able to get identification through your face image. And the last thing is the new software developments. These are the changes related to the Federal Law 572. We have our own access control systems, and we have a mobile application on the basis of iOS and Android. We work with different companies like NSPK. We provide access control system to this company and to many others. This is our main flagship device, face control. And next, I would like to tell you about the access control systems. We're talking about two different types of systems. Commercial systems take the numbers and the images from the common database system, and we're now working with different approaches, and if it is necessary, we can provide a very interesting solution when we provide this approach at the and we can provide the complete control system, and it is very easy for us to provide this. Our control security system works in close, is compatible with the access control system, and you can see our devices at our stand at the exhibition, and you can provide all necessary solutions. No translation is available. The question is asked without a microphone. At present, we are in the transition period until the 1st of December, and about 3 weeks are left before this date, when everything will be functioning according to the law. Another comment without microphone. I think that our figures are different. How many people now are doing something due to the import? And by the way, do you look up the Gosuslugi application? And if you download the application Gosuslugi Biometric, and then you will see your Face ID. And maybe, if you upload your biometric data, then you will get access. So it is very easy to upload your biometric data, and then you make a photo, and then you will get access to different places where it works. And in our case, we choose the easy ways, and they will be improved, even improved later. And according to our data, more than 70 million are already in operation. I'm not sure about it. Here we represent the Center of Biometric Technologies, and the center itself is present at the fair. This center is the operator of the state information systems. Well, thank you very much to all of you, and have a nice day. Thank you.